Does anyone want to talk about the movie Venom? I watched both the first Venom movie again for the second time, and I watched the Venom sequel. I just watched both of those movies, so we can talk about that. I just try a new thing. I'll put this on YouTube. We can have some fun with it. Me and my chat, we talk about movies. How's that? Marvel movies, right? I'm a Marvel guy. I got popular on YouTube doing Marvel stuff. So let's talk about Venom. All right, so I saw the original Venom movie in the movie theaters back when it came out. I was there for the premiere. I got my ticket. I got a friend, and we went and saw Venom, and I hated it. I absolutely hated it. I thought it was awful. I wasn't a fan. And what I felt at the time, and I still feel this way after watching it again, is that the first Venom movie is a pretty good first act. It's like a trailer for the second movie, and at the end of the first Venom movie, I said, I really want to see the second film. And so I've been waiting for the second film to come out. Now, I'm not big on seeing movies the second they come out. I usually wait a little bit. I'm behind on things. It makes me bad. It doesn't make me very well suited to be a content creator when it comes to making movie reviews, because all my movie reviews are going to be from like a year ago. I'm going to see the new Spider-Man movie like when it hits, stores probably here soon. Okay, yeah, here, let's talk about that. So one of the main problems with Venom and the sequel is that they're PG-13. So that is true. That is an issue. Now, when I watched the original Venom movie, I saw it in the movie theater, and I saw it with a friend, and I was definitely more disappointed with that experience than I was when I watched it at home with my kids. When you watch these with your kids, they're much better. And that's the case for pretty much any movie that I've ever hated because it's not rated R. And it's been watered down and made PG-13. When I eventually ended up watching that movie with my kids, I'm like, all right, this is kind of cool. Like, I kind of get it. Like, I know, I wish, there's definitely a part of me that wishes that the R-rated Venom movie existed. Like, it is a shame that we might never get, the R-rated Venom movie that, where he bites everyone, where he has a pile of heads and a pile of bodies. And he doesn't just talk about it. Sure. But, in this day and age, you have a mass market going to these things. So PG-13 isn't all bad. What I'm trying to say here is that I appreciate the PG-13 nature of these films because my kids enjoyed them immensely. So that was nice to be able to share that with them instead of just having it be a movie like... It could be a movie like Punisher Warzone, right? That I put on down in the basement and that I watch by myself. That's one thing. I think it's kind of nice to have these movies be something that can be shared with a wider audience, that don't have to be you down in your basement laughing your ass off to the most violent crap you've ever seen. I don't know. I definitely understand people that want an R-rated Venom movie and didn't get it out of these movies and are mad for that reason. Now, what I did appreciate about these films on the second viewing of Venom, and even more so on the sequel, Let There Be Carnage, is that these movies are fucking crazy. And be it PG-13, they are still nuts. They are still incredibly interesting films. The second one more so. I don't find the first film, it's interesting that it exists, right? And I think the best part of the first film is like the last scene, which makes you want to see the second movie. I mean, it's like the first movie exists so that you go watch the second movie. And I feel like the second movie is a pretty good payoff. I sat there and watched Let There Be Carnage for the first 30 minutes in total disbelief of what I was watching. And some of me was like, I think this is awful. I think this sucks. And then eventually I was like, this is actually insane. And I kind of love it because it's absolutely just it's something that I haven't seen before. So if you watch the first film, you'll know, and a lot of people I think maybe skipped the second film or maybe didn't even know it came out. But if you missed it, if you were on the fence about seeing it, I would say see it, because it takes the elements of the first film that were good, the best parts in my mind, which is the interaction between Venom and Eddie, and plays that out for at least the first act of the film. It's all between Venom and Eddie, which I think is awesome. And it definitely makes for an interesting viewing experience that I did not expect. I expected it to be more of a movie. It was more like Insanity. And I actually really enjoyed... I felt like the first Venom movie really fell apart in terms of its villain. Like... I felt like the first Venom movie basically did not have a villain. The second movie has one of the best villains that we've seen on screen. I feel that Woody Harrelson knocked it out of the goddamn park as Carnage. I think he did a great job. I loved it. I thought it was fucking great. So maybe that's why I enjoyed it. Maybe if you're not a big Woody Harrelson fan, which I am, I think he's fantastic. I've been a huge fan of his for years. I thought it was incredible that he was able to come off of Cheers and be in Natural Born Killers and have the career that he had going on from there. So seeing him be Carnage, I was excited about that at the end of the first movie, and I was not disappointed in the second movie. Cletus Cassidy, yes, that's right. Okay, that's a good point. All right, my chat has brought up something very important, which is we do have 2 Venom movies now with no Spider-Man. Now, taking the Spider-Man out of the Venom is a problem. I'd say if there's one thing I miss, I'd say more than the extreme violence and gore. Like, yes, we want extreme violence and gore in our Venom movie, right? But you're going to take that away. That's fine. I can find positives there. Now I can watch it with my kids. One thing that I'm having a problem parsing is the lack of Spider-Man. Now, I don't want to spoil things too much, but it seems like they're going to remedy that in some way, shape, or form going forward. If there's another Venom movie, I don't know. If Venom is in new Spider-Man movies, I don't know. But we will see. As it stands, there's no Spider-Man in these movies, and I do miss him. I do think that aspect is missing. All right, we got rumors in the chat. Andrew Garfield may be the Spider-Man in the Venom universe. That would be interesting. That would be interesting. All right, well, I think that's about all I have to say about the Venom movies right now. Thank you for sharing that with me. Thanks for tuning in on YouTube. Thanks for being here live on Twitch. Make sure you like and subscribe, comment down below. Let me know what you thought about the Venom movies. Did you like them? Would you like to hear more of my thoughts about movies? And keep digging.